It's through now, since hopefully everyone can hear me now that I see that my audio is working. Okay, so we talked about vertical angles today in class, and vertical angles are when two lines intersect. The angles across from each other are equal to each other. And the reason being is we have a straight line here, and a straight angle is 180 degrees. So whatever this measure is going to be, like if this is 180 degrees, then we can subtract 24 from it and get what? 156? Sounds right? Right? 70, 80, no, 46? 40, 50, 60, 70, no. 70, yeah, that's right, 156. So, if this adds together to give you 180, what's this going to do? So the natural occurrence that happens in this is that you get 180 degrees both directions, meaning the angles opposite each other are going to be the same measure. Same thing here, where this is going to be 156 degrees across from each other. So that's what we talked about today with vertical angles. So what we know is we have to start off with what angle is equal to what angle. And I said FRS is equal to ORG. That's the definition of what vertical angles are. Now, what is given there? Well, we know this angle, FRS, is 6x. We know ORG is 24. We're going to use substitution. Instead of FRS, we're going to say what FRS is actually equal to. And instead of ORG, what ORG is equal to. We're going to use that substitution method. Now, we're solving for x, so we want to get rid of the number that's on the same side. So we're going to division property of equality when we do that. And what number are we dividing? We're dividing 6 on both sides. So when we do that, we are oneing out the 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1, so we are oneing out. Now, do I need to tell you I have one pen in my hand, or is it just a pen? So if it's just an x, I don't have to say 1x. It's just an x. And then 24 divided by 6 is 4. To do our double check, we're going to plug our 4 back in, and we're going to do 6 times 4 and make sure that this measure equals that measure on the other side. It has to. Otherwise, we don't have vertical angles to start with. So we get 24 on both sides, which means we got our solution correct. Moving on. Second problem. It's telling us to solve for x, but then it wants to solve for some angles. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up my vertical angles again. I'm going to say ABD is equal to EBC. Those two angles are directly across from each other when two lines intersect each other. Okay, that's why we can do it. Those two lines intersect, and the angles across from each other create vertical angles naturally. Okay, so when I do that, I'm going to say ABD is equal to EBC. All right, and when I do that, I can tell you what ABD is. ABD is 81. That's what's inside this angle. And then EBC is 3x because it's inside this angle. So then I'm going to use substitution. Where I see ABD, ABD is equal to 81. Where I see EBC, EBC is 3x. So 81 equals 3x. Now, if I want to solve for the variable, I have to get rid of the number that's next to it. Divide, division, property of equality. And then what number am I dividing? I'm dividing by 3, so I'm oneing out the 3's, because 3 divided by 3 is a 1x, and then 81 divided by 3, 27. Okay? So x equals 27. So I'm going to plug that back in and double check. 3 times x. 3 times x, and x is 27. So 3 times 27 gives me 81. Okay? Now, the next portion of it says, what is EBC? Well, we just did that. We did 3 times 27 and got it to be 81. But now, look at this. We have, I don't know. I did this one. My bad. Hold on. I did this straight angle. A straight line is a straight angle. So I get DBA, ABC equals DBC. A piece plus a piece equals the whole thing. So angle angle DBA plus ABC equals DBC. That's an angle addition postulate. The first piece plus the second piece equals the whole piece. All right. Now, DBA I know is 81. I'm looking for ABC or CBA. Either way, it's either I'm starting here and going here, or I'm starting here and going there. If I write ABC or I write CBA, it's the same angle. It's just talking about whether I'm swinging here or swinging there. Okay? So don't get too confused when it says ABC or CBA. Okay? And then I have DBC, which is a straight line. And I know that it's 180 degrees, sorry. So when I do substitution, I'm going to do 81 plus angle ABC, because I still don't know what angle ABC is. It's actually what I'm looking for. Equals 180. I can subtract 81 from both sides. So subtraction property of equality. And the reason I'm doing that is so that I zero out the 81s, because 81 minus 81 is 0. And then angle ABC equals 99. Zero out the 81s. Okay, so I can find that angle as well. Now, last problem, we're going to do vertical angles again, so set that up, and that's your blueprint from where you want to start to where you want to finish. So WQM equals RQP. But if I write WQM, tell me what WQM is. If I don't know that, I might need more information from somewhere. I might need to look at something else. But if it tells me what WQM is, write it. And then RQP, tell me what it is, write it. That means that I'm on the right path. If there's given information on this picture that I can go with, man, work that. Work that until, it's like a Sudoku. Work the numbers until you can't work that number anymore. Like if you know where that 2 goes and that 2 goes, like if you're a Sudoku fan, you know what I'm talking about. Like run it until you can't. Okay, same thing with math. Run it until you can't. So now I can do WQM is 5x. RQP is 2x plus 24. Set them equal to each other because that's what we did right here. And then subtract 2x from both sides. The same reason we subtracted 81 is to get this angle by itself. So we want to get the x's all on one side, and we want to get this number by itself. So if I subtract 2x from both sides, I get 5x minus 2x is 3x. That eliminates this x on this side because 2 take away 2. I'm zeroing out the 2x's. That's what I wrote. So that I'm left with 24. Then I can divide both sides by 3 and get my 8, which even though I was muted last time, I actually screwed that up. But double check. Put 5 times 8 and get 40. Then do 2 times 5, or excuse me, 2 times 8 and get 16, and then add it to 24. Oh, that's going to throw people off. But that was my 2 times 8 is 16 plus 24 equals 40. And then make sure those are equal to each other. Then once I do that, I've got WQM, I've got RQP. Now I need to find the other 2 angles. So do your angle addition problem just like you did here. And do a straight angle, and then plug in the angle that you do know is 40, and that will tell you the other angle on the top and the bottom. So make sure you show that work if you're one of my students. But yeah, that's how we do it. So like I said, I wanted to show this, and I showed it last time, but obviously no one could hear me. Here's my Discord channel, and when you do this, go to the rules. And you have to react to the rules, so make sure you react to them. And then go to roles and pick your role as a parent or a student. I don't care, pick one or the other. It doesn't matter which one you pick. I don't care. Once you do, though, you will see all this other information. If you don't do these 2 things, you won't see everything else. I do that on purpose because I really need people to read the rules. I want to make sure that you're reading the rules. And then to react, catch the rest of it. Now, in the public lessons, you can see the schedule. I will start at 8. I will go as long as I need to. Might go an hour, might not. I had to redo my entire stream, so apparently this one's taking a half hour. But the questions tab. Everyone has access to the questions tab, no matter if you're a parent, student, private session holder, a teacher, a moderator. Anyone can have access to the question tab. Put some questions in here. Take a screenshot, shoot it in here. I will answer it, I promise. So, if you ever need extra help or you're stuck on something and you just kind of want free advice, pop in here. I will take care of you. Okay? Yeah, that's about it. And since this is round 2, I'm really going to cut this off. So, have a wonderful night, and I will catch you next Monday. Thank you, Cordy, for the like. Really appreciate that.